Alright, hey everyone, FPS Chazza here. Welcome back to Let's Play Dangerous Waters Red Storm Rising in LwAmi. We're doing Nordic Hammer today, taking on a Soviet landing force, surface action group thing, something. And yeah. This could be a bit of a doozy there, Bubba. Up here, 150 feet. No real orders at the moment. I expect we'll get something to copy the broadcast here shortly. We're just going to make for periscope depth at the moment.
6, 7 feet, dive on.
Do it at 5 knots because the game tends to porpoise when you're under 5 knots going to periscope depth. It's perfect combat lighting on. It's a little... Well, we'll just see what it's like. Layer. Okay, we got CZ. Layer depth 406. Sonar seems clear. Okay, we got some distant tracks here. 5105. How close are we to this frickin' group? I don't need the... I already got the apps. Okay, that's not Kuznetsov. That's like 110. But it's something. Got 5130. Or maybe 125. 5105. How about Jack, hello? Tried this mission way back in RA. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the RA guys. They like making shit horrifically difficult. Alright, we're up here. These guys almost seem kind of close.
Con, sonar, I have a new contact. Bearing 085. Designated
They're
Sierra
probably not
1.
to my east.
Con, sonar, I have a new contact. Bearing 341. Designated
Oh, it's the same
Sierra
track. Okay,
2.
well, ooh. Did we start in a CZ? Because they seem to be fading all of a sudden. We may have started in a CZ here.
Raise the ESM mast, Chief of the Watch Eye.
Nothing on the broadband. Oh, look at that mast being raised.
Raise the antenna, Chief of the Watch Eye.
There could be a lot of shooting, so let's get the snorkel depth. Is that shift 1? No. That's shift 5.
Make my depth 0, 5, 6 feet, dive eye.
CZ circle. Let's keep a look over here. Yeah, we were seeing a third frequency at first and a second. Those have faded. CZ circle is in this range thereabouts. Faint ESM. Helix.
EW, I have a new contact. Bearing 000.
I don't think I've ever heard it that way before. 0, 0, 0.
Lower the
And nothing
antenna,
there.
Chief of the Watch Eye.
That's it on ESM, just that distant helix.
Lower the ESM mast, Chief of the Watch Eye.
Triple zero sus. Yeah, the game is old. The game is old.
Commence ventilating.
It doesn't give you like the little clicky do. Alright, let's charge this air up here there, dude. Before we head on in. Do I really not have, like, orders of any kind?
Come left to course. 0, 2.
I think I'm still going to lose that guy in the towed baffles if I turn that a little bit. Am I? Maybe not. Wide range 337, 351. Do I get like a radio message to be like, hey, do this, do that? Seems kind of sparse at the moment. I don't really even have like orders per se. I just got the little fluff from the book here. Little background fluff. An alcoholic whoopsie.
Steady on course. 0, 2, 2.
What course do we start out at? Do I still have a tracker on this guy? Yeah, I think they're moving through a CZ. That would be my guess here. I don't know if we're even tracking this guy anymore, so I don't even think I'm going to find out what he's doing. But I'm fairly certain to expect that one off to the west there. Northwest, northwest. We can just, in general, we know they're kind of like off this way to Sierra 2, so if we'll see where the mirrors go. They should come tighter in. 22 to 340 is 42. So it should be 22 plus 42. 64. Yeah, these all have like the striping, which means it's changing, so I'm pretty sure these ones are the real ones over here. CZ's convergence zone. When you're in this layer type that gives you this bending back and forth. See up here that it's bending this way, then it switches back and bends that way. It sets up a situation where like sound can dip down and it bounces like every 30 miles or so. So they're probably around here right now. This region, and the group is like passing through this zone, the various ships. That's why we're getting different tracks every little bit, and then they disappear. So it's a way that you can hear crap at super long range. All right, this is just about charged. Everything's settled in at 064 on the toad. So yeah, these are our real guys up here this way. So I guess we'll head maybe like this way here. I'm assuming I'm supposed to get some kind of radio message at some point here. Or they're just gonna leave me be, I don't know. Seems weird. Very un-DW-like to not have a briefing message. Conformal data? Probably not. They're so close to the baffle there, I'm not sure if that affects it or not, but I don't know. Conformal says it's seeing something. Possibly. but I'm not. Yeah, CZ works both ways, and yeah, I'm pretty sure layer does not affect it. Made a ray tracer for underwater channels. Okay. Alright, we're secure here.
Secure ventilating.
Eh. Not the best data. But somewhere thereabouts seems first to CZ likely. Just punch something in and try to get a sense of it. So we'd like to get in front of them. I don't know why we're all the way over here. Maybe do some flank run end around thing. Get right in front. But yeah, I'm sorry we haven't gotten a radio message yet. Yeah, see, it's all getting kind of faint. The fact that the CZ is there, though, is interesting. They're almost like running tangential to it. We'd almost want to get a little closer just to get out of the CZ before starting our run. At some point may pop out of it. So that's why I made like a dummy solution, just to try and keep a sense of where they're going to be. Oh yeah, you could make the ray tracing just the time step or the meter step depth as fine as you want. Alright, give me something like that.
Make my depth 6, 5,
Come left to
6
course.
feet.
3,
Dive I.
0, 7. Helm I.
I think we're actually going to head for them a little bit at first. Get them out of the CZ. Yeah, see, they're all fading out. So I think by heading to them, I should be making that happen faster. I should be expediting that. I shouldn't be delaying exit from the CZ. So our game plan's to get a little closer to them. Definitively exit that CZ from them, and then run this way a bit. Try and get in front of them. Maybe we should even run at an angle. It's running perpendicular, run the risk of, yeah, them popping through that CZ again. Yeah, I think we'll run at an angle here. Basically just try and stay within 27 miles or so. Let's actually run more. This direction, perhaps?
Come left to course. 2, 9, 0. Helm I.
If they're in the toad baffles, it does me no good to see if they're still in the CZ or not. See, actually, it seems like we are actually getting closer to them. Oh, wait, what? Oh, it's in the baffles. I was like, oh, that all just disappeared. It coincidentally was coinciding with the
Steady on course.
going beneath the layer.
0.
Steam form was getting nervous. Why?
Make turns for 7 knots, maneuvering aye.
Excuse me. Okay, well, they just all disappeared all of a sudden. That's interesting. Well, am I fairly certain about this CZ thing or not? Are they just that close? If I'm not seeing them anymore, they may actually just be close. No, they aren't very parallel. They don't necessarily have to be parallel for a CZ. They may actually just be close, though. May have come to a bit of a conclusion with the old CZ thing there. Let's actually get above the layer again.
Come left to
It's
course.
just weird that things seem to be
3.
coming in and out of existence here. Yeah, because I'm not seeing anything anymore. So, okay, they may just be close.
Make turns for 5 knots, maneuvering aye.
Make my depth 3, 0, 0 feet. Dive aye.
Oh, Entitled Brats wants game now, please. Yeah, I don't envy those game when game developers have like their discords. It's just like, ugh. So many people are just like, when game come out now? It's like, live life. Game comes soon. Sorry if I'm clicking around spastically. I noticed the shading and like certain lines on the buttons up here change when you click back and forth between panels. It's just interesting. Okay. Well, yeah, at first we were going northerly. So if they're going southwesterly, there would be an intersection in the LOBs, but the solution would just put them out very far away. It would still be like a lag situation. Same dev's got a tank. People lamenting bugs that are marked as unstable build for early access game. Oh, why is this not best working game ever? Ghost Dog, hello.
Steady on course. 2, 3, 5.
Okay, well, we need to figure out what this group is doing now, or pronto, so that we may be able to intercept them. They could be heading directly southerly. Picked up the SAG yet? Oh yeah, first blow. As soon as the mission started, there they were. Now we're trying to figure out if they're at a CZ or not. Don't think they are at a convergence zone. I think they're closer in. So I was going underneath the layer to transit a little bit, but now it's because we lost them when we went beneath the layer. That doesn't happen with CZ, so I think they're closer in. Compact.exe. Can you still play it when you do that? Oh, let's just reel this back in to expedite this toad coming above the layer here.
Bring the starboard toad array. How am I?
It doesn't make it any slower or anything. Oh, there's some kind of 50 lingering right there. Oh. All right, what we got? We got all these boyos. It was just that weird at the beginning to see those extra lines. Not see them now. Okay, well, we got one dude tracked. I guess we could track another one here and free up that tracker.
Designated Sierra 3.
Nods smokingly. Mechanical discs is on mechanical discs it's actually faster. So what does it do? Does it rearrange the data and like a defragmenter? Yeah, see, there's a lot of stuff right on that bearing there. That's all the mirror stuff. I wish in this display it would show you like where the mirror is. I guess so. Our course is 235 minus 180 is 015 is our mirror point. Track 2 of these suckers, see what we get. Nothing on the old conformal yet. What's the point of having the 50 if, like, the lowest first frequency is generally 50? .332 to 350. Good old spread there. Interesting. Sounds like something good to have if you're low on space. I fortunately have a 2 terabyte SSD just for games. I don't know. I need to get a few more legs here. Not sure what I'm seeing. Assuming we've had like a whole course, constant course in speed this whole time. Still need some more data here. I don't know if I'd be hearing them from that far away at 15 knots. Do I still have a tracker on this guy? Am I still getting data? Yeah, see, these are fanning out a little bit, so yeah, they are heading this way, more or less. Could also be going that way, I suppose, but expecting more of a southerly thing. Oh, does the Windows compress just take a long time to do? Oh, look at that. Well, I knew what kind of course to give him. Some of the days messed up from when you change the length of the toe to right. Oh, for sure. I wish I had the ability to expunge that data. Or otherwise mark it. I mean, we're getting a general line here. I don't know how much longer I want to get some data before we change course here. This is reasonable. Speed is a guess. Speed could be 20. About to switch back across them here, though, for the lag leg. Guess we do have a lag leg here and a lead leg. Get another one. Data's all over the place. Could just be distant. There was a little bit of a course change here. Yeah, this one already has a lead in the lag, but there was also some finagling depth changes, slight course changes. So we're getting some data here. See, it keeps wanting to push it out super far. Alright, we got enough. Let's come about here.
Come left to course 093. Helm aye.
5105, I don't know why the sonar keeps wanting to call that Kuznetsov. It is not. Kotlin, Ivan Rogov, Savremenie. That Ivan Rogov is like a, is that a landing craft? Yeah. Dock landing ship. So that's definitely a possibility. Speed 21 knots, 19 sustained. So they probably are doing like a 15 knot speed here. Somewhere in that range. Alright, I'm gonna get some more water. Okie dokie. Excuse me. Whoever's doing this 105 is
Sonar, I have a new contact.
loud and
Bearing
proud there,
3,
Bubba.
4, 4. Designated Sierra 4.
Oh, heyo. Informal.
Con, sonar, I have a new contact. Bearing
Not
3,
Kuznetsov. No,
4.
sonar. You're drunk, sonar.
Designated Sierra
Go home,
5.
sonar. Sierra 5 and 4 may be one and the same. Whoever that guy's is making a ton of noise. I'm guessing that may be that Ivan Rogov. Bonk transient detected. Oh no! Oh, it faded off for a second
Steady on
there.
course 0, 9, 3.
I was gonna say maybe the group just did a turn. Someone was station keeping. Did we steady on course? Looked like we overshot a little bit. Alright, so I got one bad towed data. It's a clean solution otherwise. Probably two bad towed datas. Datums. Datum data. Oh, dude disappeared off conformal. May have been station keeping. May have been station keeping for a turn. Oh, well, that ruins all my work so far. I think Sierra 4, that's the, that was that loud dude. Okay, now we got clean data. That last line may have just squeaked in for clean data. Maybe not. We'll give it some time. Nothing else to do. Okay, so yeah, distant, we just were expecting a course change on their part. Alright, we don't want to go for too long on this bearing. Want to develop a solution for him, and then we gotta make a bit of a run. I thought this used to be like smooth at some point in time. It stutters when you're dragging around. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, I am time-lapsing. Nope, still stuttering. What the hell? Yeah, it's gone. Dude was station keeping. Okay, we don't want these guys to show up on broadband yet, so it's good that they haven't. Drop Sierra 5 for now. Alrighty. Okay, so the speed seems all wrong, or my range is way off. These solutions are being, well, they may have just changed course. Let's not forget that. Because if I'm fitting these to speed, it puts them way far out. There's no way we're detecting them from that far away for this long of time. So I think we may be changing course again here soon after we get some more data on this leg, because this is not making sense. See, when I fit the solution straight, it puts them out here 40 miles. That doesn't make any sense. Could be a Kuznetsov. Come on. I haven't seen one before, man. I want it to be a Kuznetsov. All we really know is that they're generally heading this direction, and they're somewhere between the CZ and us, likely. So that's what we got. And that they probably changed course here recently while I was changing course as well. Alright. Once that next dot kicks in, we're going to switch course again. With RCB.
Come right to course 2, 4, 5. Helm I.
I don't think I'd be picking them up purely acoustically beyond the first CZ. No, I do not think that. Unless they somehow are just moving perpendicular to me on the CZ. Or moving tangentially to the CZ. But that doesn't really fit. This first data here isn't strong enough to try and deduce like where the data's bending around here. So we do another turn. We get more data. Yeah, because that data has no obvious range stuff for it. Down there doesn't seem to work. You need like an algorithm to actually figure out the bend of the lines there, instead of just looking at it. Trench gun, hello, howdy doody.
Steady on course 2, 4, 5.
Get your tea. Well, that's not actually a bad idea. I've been having some more sinus pressure, even though I just supposedly took this antibiotic to fix my sinus infection. Alright, does that may be clean data. That last dot is just right on the cusp of it. Wait till the next one. We are at a rather high clip of time lapse, but I think that's fine. Yeah, okay, there's the clean data. I just gotta wait for it to stream on in there. Oh, CR4, what's that guy been up to? Lost the tracker? Okay, that's fine. Whatever. As I hate tracking big groups, dude. It's a pain in the ass. I mean, when we get closer and then things are starting to get hairier, I'll probably be turning on auto cruise. Let the frickin' computer deal with it. Let hobbies deal with it. Alright, so here we go. Oh, I need to ignore all that data. That's possibly before they changed course here. Well, they're doing 15. It almost looks like they're doing due south. More or less. All the way out there? That doesn't make any sense, dude. My solutions keep going to 55,000 yards away. So this is doing the same thing. You say I'm tracking CR4, I say nay nay. Oh, we actually are getting new data on CR4 again. Have they just been hanging out in my convergence zone bubble coincidentally this whole time? Game is just trolling me. Long solutions are hard to track. The human eye is not necessarily good enough. to discern what's happening. That's where computers come into play. What if they were going faster? They're going faster by 5 knots. It would bring them in 5,000 yards or so, but that's more of a on the easterly side of south, which doesn't make sense at this point, in my opinion. If they're slower, it's just going to push them out further and more westerly. Less likely to be able to even hear them at that speed, at that range. You know, speedruns can help resolve some of these issues. Can get more of a like triangulation effect with your LOBs over time. Like in whatever that last mission was of the Lu Doctrine campaign. So let's do it. We're gonna run this direction. Pop beneath the layer.
Make my depth
Try and displace westerly a little bit,
0.
maybe 10 miles.
Dive eye.
Oh, there's that 105 again. It's a rather parallel track. So we got lead, lag, and this is relevant data all down here. They're doing 15 knots. This is what they're doing. More or less. Fishing boat and Kuznetsov. Alright, are we fully down here? The toad down here too? Seems like it. So they're not CZ tracks because we lost them underneath the layer here. Alright, so let's run standard.
All ahead standard. Helm aye.
Let's run 10 miles, 45 minutes. It's almost better to run full. Just get it done sooner. The black magic display. That solution is incorrect. Which solution is that? When you zoom in, I wish there was like a way to rotate the ruler without having to get to the end of it. This is also a behavior I don't understand. You'll get parallel sets of lines, but they're displaced. Don't know what that means. Supposed to split the difference? It's not a CZ contact bang over the CZ circle you drew earlier. Yes, this is all... yeah, interesting. I don't know. I'm fairly certain you don't lose track of... The CZ track does not matter where the layer is or not. Fairly certain that is not a thing. I have not tested it for certain. I just feel like there's no way they could be in my CZ that whole time unless it's just like horrifically unlucky. I mean, granted, we've only really moved about a mile and a half or two from our starting point. Why to lose a CZ track over the layer? You shouldn't lose a CZ track over the layer. It's not a layer phenomena. I mean, it happens because of the same SSP principles, but it's not. The layer doesn't. The surface duct does not dictate the CZ. What speeds could support closer, further solutions? A speed of 20 knots would put them more like here, and then heading more this way, which I don't think makes sense given the situation in our position. And then a 10-knot solution puts them more this way, further out. But then I don't think I'd be able to hear them either. So it's very peculiar. So we're gonna run this. We're gonna run up to this point here, debating whether or not to just do it at full speed and get it over with. But we'll stay at 15. There's no rush. Is duct sound channel modeled here? The deep sound channel? I'm not sure if it is. I don't know how that works, because that's down here. That's like 3,000 foot realm. Well, really, it's actually the sound channel should be here. Given what this SSP looks like, it's at this inflection point. Let's go down to 800 feet, see what happens.
Make my depth 800 feet. Dive I.
Because yeah, the sound channel is centered around where this curve bends from negative to positive. The sound does this. So let's get in there. I don't know if it's a thing that's modeled. Oh, the duct above the layer. Yeah, I don't know that the game models that as actually amplifying sound. Also something I've not explicitly tested, but it seems like you just get ordinary sound propagation up there from the game's perspective. I don't know. So many things to test. They don't really like spell these things out in horrific detail in the manual, so I'm assuming they're simple. We're unsure of the CZ, you'd want to move directly towards or away from them, right? Yeah, I guess the odds of like a pure parallel track are usually rare, but in theory, yeah, you would. The window of the CZ is so small, it's like plus or minus a mile from here, that things are going to be moving in and out of the CZ relatively easily. But yeah, you would want to head like towards or away. But we're going to slide on over this way a little bit and try and use some the fact that our LOBs are from like far away to try and get a better sense of the solution. Try and get rid of some of the bearer. Just combined bearing and error. So if we compare a solution with our lines here and our lines here, you just have a much higher like bearing to work with. Simple or proprietary? No, simple. The game doesn't ray trace, it's all multiplier based. It's like if you're under the layer and there's this, I don't know, this distance and the sub's going that fast, it just takes sound values and just applies simple multipliers to them. But here's the data for the SSP if you want to plug it into your thing. I mean, we should have a surface duct. I'm not sure if things are actually louder up there. Like, am I hearing that group from further away than I would if it wasn't a surface duct? But I think the game always has a surface duct, though. Even if you're in a simple layer type, it still has this shape, and then it's a straight line drop off down here, not the curvy CZ. Oh yeah, we came down here to listen to see if there was a deep sound channel. Oh, multiplier, yeah, it's perfectly fine. Yeah, I mean, ray tracing is like perfectly predictable, so you could like beforehand calculate out the scenarios. Like, there's only like 3 SSPs in this game, and they all seem to have like the same slope, just varying layer depths. So you could just like calculate it out beforehand if you wanted to, and then use multipliers to get the same effect.